decentralized.
Welcome to Everything Currency. This is a show where we talk about everything crypto and mo. I'm your host Jay, and today I want to talk to you guys about some of the coins that you guys shouted out in the comment box. So it took me a while to go through all of those coins that were talked about in the comment box. Majority of those coins were metaverse and gaming tokens, and I would say majority of them look like they were trash. So a lot of them look like they just took some bits and pieces together from some of these gaming engines and tried to make a scam token, kind of like what we've seen in the whole DeFi movement with the Uniswap clones, or with the clones of all these tokens. But there were some good stuff in there. But I want to talk to you guys about a major player getting into the NFT gaming space through one coin that's going to be pretty interesting, and going to be some pretty nice competition for the first coin that I'm going to talk about on this list. But there are a bunch of other coins on this list that I found that are looking pretty good, so let's just get right into those. First, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Check out my website, everythingcurrencycrypto.com. Got merch, got ways to get into my Telegram group, who's been killing it, and stuff like that. So let's just get right into the video right now. So the first coin that I mentioned that I wanted to talk about was the CIfi token. So I've been talking about this coin over the last couple of weeks. I got some cool things going on right now. The market cap is $17 million. The max supply of this token is not even 1 million. So the max supply of this token is not even 1 million. So it's going to be a very rare token because they got so many different things going on. They got the Santa Fe app, which is a metaverse, is an NFT marketplace. And they have the Meadowlands game, which is a P2P shooter, which is the part of the project that I'm really excited about right now. So if you're into this project and you have CIfi token, they do have a loot box going on right now where you can pay 0.5 CIfi and draw an item and get an NFT for the game, and getting ready for the game because they're getting ready for the game to launch. They released some more footage of the game yesterday. It's looking pretty cool. And you say, Jay, well, it just looks like a regular first-person shooter. Yeah, but this is one of the first that are doing it like extremely, not extremely, exclusively through blockchain and stuff like that. I haven't seen one anyway. I've seen a bunch of blockchain games that are not that fun to play, or you have to like do a bunch of weird stuff and just confirm a bunch of transactions, and it's not, blockchain games, in my opinion, are not that fun. So the closer we get them to what we see on our Xbox, on our PS5s, and stuff like that, that's where we want to go. Of course, that's where we're headed anyway. So segueing right into what I was talking about with a major player getting into NFTs, and that is UbiSoft. So I don't know if you heard about it, but check this out from UbiSoft. So basically, they're dropping So basically, they're just bringing NFTs. They're making Ghost Recon NFTs for the first NFTs, and they're going to be doing it through the Tezos network. So if you noticed on there, they didn't mention anything about NFTs. That's because crypto and NFTs for a lot of people in the traditional space is still real risky. There's still not regulatory clarity going on. They're barely having hearings about this stuff today. I don't know if you saw that hearing, but they're barely doing stuff like that today. But yeah, it's going to be built on the Tezos network. Tezos had to come out and say it themselves and say, hey, UbiSoft has chosen to build, UbiSoft course on the scalable Tezos network. So I think this is pretty big for Tezos. I think this is pretty big for blockchain games in general. And I think this is major competition for a lot of the blockchain games, including CIfi, because we wanted those people to come over and be exclusively crypto. But hey, they're doing it on other blockchains. We have more people who are in traditional areas coming over into crypto and trying to take over. Now, I think UbiSoft has a better chance of taking over than Facebook, because Facebook, Meta, or whatever it is, like, nobody really trusts Facebook. But UbiSoft, everybody plays their games. Not everybody, but a lot of people play their games. They have some of the most popular games built on their platform. So Tezos is looking like a token to watch, because the gaming and crypto sector is huge, and I think this is only on one game. It's probably like a test. We'll see how it goes. So the next token that I wanted to talk about was Penguin Finance. So shout out to the person who asked me about some Avalanche tokens in the comment box. So Penguin Finance is a token on Avalanche that I'm watching right now. It is it's a protocol. It's a yield farming protocol, passive income protocol. You can come on here and get some pretty nice yields. But the reason why I'm pretty excited about this token in this point in time is because they're going to be doing a Penguin Rush deploying tonight, and it's going to be 2.5 million dollars in Avalanche is going to be given in incentives to be distributed through the platform. So it's going to be a place where hopefully a lot of people, hopefully a lot of farmers are going to want to bring their money and try to get a piece of that pie for the next couple of days. Now, Avalanche Rush is going to be over, I believe, on January 1st. So this is one of the later projects that's actually entering the Avalanche Rush that I've seen. So I'm definitely liking this token right now. It's up. Let's refresh this. It's up 11% now, up to 150. But the all-time high of this token is $6.89. I don't expect it to reach the all-time high, but I do expect it to have some pretty nice gains. And I don't expect it to reach the all-time high because these tokens are farming tokens, which means you get them for free if you farm. And you can, and most people who farm these tokens, they'll use like other coins to get these tokens, and they'll just sell them off and take their profit. There's a lot of sell pressure. That's a long way of saying that. So the next token that I wanted to talk about in the DeFi area is Wrapped Finance. So let's refresh this. Right now it's $11 million market cap, and the total supply is only 150,000 tokens. Wow. All-time high was 10 months ago at $2,500. Let's see what it is. So it says the next dimension in DeFi. Now this one, the main thing that I liked about it was it's going to allow you to stake your liquidity tokens. So, I mean, not stake your liquidity tokens, because that's just pretty much what farming is, but this is going to allow you to use your liquidity tokens as collateral to borrow against them. So this is one of the first times I've seen something like that. So the main thing that I liked about this token was it's trying to solve this issue of impermanent loss. So the solution for impermanent loss is enhance the utility of LP tokens, which in turn create multiple sustainable yield streams. It says this is a mission of Aurora Finance. Coming down, it says borrowing and lending, stablecoin lending and borrowing with LP tokens as collateral. So you can borrow stable coins with your LP tokens. I just haven't seen that happen before. This is a pretty nice idea. And it's something that I think is actually a pretty nice solution for people who are liquidity providers who suffer from coins that might have a lot of impermanent loss. So check out this Wrapped Finance if you're into DeFi and that type of thing. So the next token that I was really impressed by was the Aurora token right here. Now this is one that I'm really looking at. I might end up picking me up some. Coming down, I can see that the all-time high was about 18 days ago. Now there's something also going on with this token that is also another catalyst. Now, first things first, what is it? It says, breathe new life into your dApps. Aurora is an EVM built on the NEAR protocol. EVM is an Ethereum virtual machine, delivering a key solution for developers to operate at. Long story short, it allows developers to develop Ethereum dApps on a cheaper, scalable platform. And there's a bunch of people that are already working with them, 1inch, Dodo, Chainlink, Band Protocol, and they're built on top of the NEAR network. Now the cool thing about this one is that the transaction fees are paid in Ethereum. So one of the downfalls of like layer 2s and stuff like that is that whenever you go to that platform, you have to buy that platform's token in order to transact on that platform. Now, this sucks for users when they want to use different platforms, because if you're like me, you have to have Avalanche on Avalanche, you have to have XDAI on XDAI, you have to have BNB on Binance Chain, you have to have Ethereum on Ethereum, and you just want to have, like, how come I can't just use like one form of payment for all of this stuff? I don't have to keep track of a bunch of different tokens that, hey, I might not want to keep track of this token. Like on BNB, it happens a lot because I don't really keep track of the BNB tokens, but when I want to buy a token that's on top of the BNB, I have to hold some BNB tokens. So now I better keep track of what's going on over there at BNB. So that little solution right there is actually pretty nice to see. The ecosystem, the Near ecosystem, is actually a pretty nice ecosystem as well. They do have incentives coming to Near that were similar to the Avalanche incentives that sent the Avalanche price flying. And it is a similar amount of money too, so we should see, hopefully should see some of that transpire in the price of the Near token, and hopefully in the price of Aurora, which is the EVM that's built on top of the Near protocol. So Polymath is the next token that I wanted to talk about in this video. So I like when people bring up these old school coins. It's been around for a while. It's a bit of an OG token, but Polymath is doing security token. So it's not a low cap gem. The market cap is $500 million. The total supply is 1 billion tokens. If you come and scroll down, you can see the all-time high was 4 years ago. So it hasn't got back to its all-time high from the previous bull run. If I could refresh this chart. Yeah, it hasn't got back to the all-time high from the previous bull run, or I believe this was the release date. Or actually, yeah, that was its all-time high from the previous bull run. Hasn't got back there yet. It's about halfway, or about $1 away from there. So we'll see if it can reach there. But over at Polymath, they're doing security tokens. Now, security tokens were gonna be like a big, like how we have these narratives now of NFTs and you know, like the ETF and the metaverse. Security tokens was one of those narratives, and it never really caught wind. And I think it never really caught wind because of the regulators. So once the regulators started stepping in and say, hey, we don't really like this stuff, I think a lot of the security token platforms went away. Now, with that being said, Polymath is still here. They say they have a lot of people using their platform already. I believe they had some numbers on here, but check out this website over there at Polymath. Now, if you're into more investments that are geared towards enterprises, that are geared towards traditional finance, and I think Polymath is definitely something for you to look at. It is something that's been around for a while, and their mainnet just went live very, very recently. So that might be a catalyst for this thing to start getting some attention, because when mainnet tokens launch, people start finally doing their marketing for the platform, because why would you do marketing on something that's in the testnet? So yeah, definitely keep an eye on Polymath and security tokens, and we'll see if that ends up being a narrative in the future again. And the last one that I wanted to talk about was the Waxp token. So Waxp is actually doing pretty well. It's been doing pretty well. I brought it up a while ago before it started doing so good, and to be honest, I didn't expect it to take off because the NFT hype was dying down. But hey, in the metaverse hype, things took back off for Wax. So shout out to everybody who's in the Waxp token. But you can see the all-time high for this token is actually 4 years ago as well. It is not even close to reaching where it reached in the last bull run with that blow off top. $2.77, and right now it is 50 cents. But what is Wax? Wax is a NFT marketplace, has its own blockchain. Pretty cool. But some interesting news going on with Wax right here. Breaking news: Amazon enters the Waxp ecosystem. We are thrilled to announce that Amazon has entered the collectible space by investing into Dibbs.io. What's Dibbs.io? Trade and collect in real time. You can do fractional NFTs of trading cards. So this is pretty interesting. It's something that's actually pretty dope. I think this is something that could change the game. For example, you got a trading card that's worth $2 million, and you know, unless you find a buyer who's going to buy it for $2 million, you're kind of just stuck holding it. unless you probably like offer somebody like a discount, or you can fractionalize it now and sell it to a bunch of people at once, and they can all say they own it, and then you can say you got all your money. So I think fractionalizing things through tokens is going to be pretty huge, and through NFTs is going to be pretty huge. And Waxp actually getting this connection to Amazon is actually pretty nice. Hopefully this is a catalyst to keep Waxp in the game and moving up higher. You can see that it's already made the price jump up 20% today. So we're at $1 billion market cap for Waxp. It wasn't $1 billion when I started recording this video, so it's moving very, very fast. So overall, some pretty nice coins shouted out. There were a bunch of gaming coins that I said are also shouted out. My pick for the gaming coins were the fake token and CIfi, but there's some other nice coins that I might do a part 2 of this video. And if you think that you have a coin that should make it in the next video like this, then go ahead and leave that down in the comment box. So like the video, subscribe to the channel. Think positive, and positive things will happen. RIP to crypto roots. We are getting ready for my birthday tomorrow. Till next time, peace.